it is nice to get recognition for things that you do, and unfortunately that doesn't happen often, at least it hasn't in my life. I spent most of my life working on prehistory and history and making people aware of what's around them. I began when I was 12 years old in Bridgeport, Michigan, when I created, with the help of the Bridgeport Township, the Bridgeport Historical Society, which is now a really nice museum complex. I founded it, I started it, but any credit for it was ripped off by a very bitter man, Wally Shoemaker, and my name has been stricken from their records, although I have all the newspaper accounts that prove that I did. But what's more important to me, though, than the credit for it is that I made a township at 12 years old aware of their history. And then later in Oscoda, I worked on the Old Venetton Creek site there, a 1,400-year-old Native American village complex, which would have been destroyed in time with no preservation of the knowledge that it was ever there. During a very ugly divorce with my ex-wife Kathy, the artifacts went to the Osabo Oscoda Historical Society. There again, I have received no credit for the work that I did. It's just another one, and there are countless times in my life, not countless, but there are a lot of times in my life where that's happened. I've helped to preserve the past, and I'm proud that God has given me the ability to do that. But you get tired of being kicked in the ass, so to speak, for your efforts. Well, I want to share with you an email from someone who's become a very dear friend of mine. I've not met him. We've communicated a lot through YouTube and through emails, and his name is Jordan Lubben. And there are some other videos here on my channel about Jordan. He is an incredible young man, in my opinion, who has a deep-rooted love of ancient Native American history in Michigan. And he's gone into it more deeply than I ever was able to in regards to actually being able to put himself in the position to replicate pottery, for example, and wood carvings. He has done some quite amazing work. Over the past couple years, Jordan has gifted me with a number of artifacts that he's found, which to me are very significant because of where they were found and what they represent. But also with different things that he's made. Stand out in my mind is a wonderful dream catcher with a carved Petoskey stone skull. It's small, but it's absolutely beautiful. And I have it fixed up in a really nice shadow box display. And then recently he sent me, which I did a video on, a wonderful pottery vessel that he made out of native clay. He processed it and made the pot just like the ancient people of Northeast Michigan would have. Again, he is a remarkable young man that I'm proud to know and proud to call my friend. But he sent me, or he posted a comment on a video last night, I think it was, and I want to share that with you all because it was very, very touching and very meaningful to me as an historian. And he wrote, "Thank you, Dennis, for your warm comments. It was 4 years ago that I awoke after a long river journey to find some shards of pottery under my head in the sand that led me to you and your wealth of knowledge about them, sparking an interest in the rich history of our past and endeavors to create more indigenously within me. Your passion for that ancient world to modern is contagious. It has led me down many new paths of my own, paths with heart, meaningful accomplishments, and insight. I can only keep thanking you for sharing that wealth of knowledge you acquired from taking a close look at the objects under your feet and head, grasping out to learn more about them, and ultimately sharing to better richen our world. I plan to build a better hearth as of now one of 6 pots comes out intact. The pottery I am making is much inspired by you and the ancient potters in recreation of the woodland pottery." And I had to spend a few years making small beads and pendants before being able to cast a vessel. With no proper training in ceramics, it was an experimental process that I failed at. Finally, a friend leading to another man whom shared the nature of grog and its importance in tempering in the wild setting. It was not in crushing a stone, but rather sneaking up on me. Okay. That is an old decomposing state. Do not startle Grandpa. He is the integrity of the family vessel. I plan to make a great number of woodland pots and will name the venture and endeavor results after you. Oscoda's Mysterious Pottery through the hands of Dennis Morrison. Perhaps misleading in some regards to you creating them, but it's more that your hands are the vessels that transferred such knowledge of this long-lost mysterious pottery to us all out in the world. Noah, who is Jordan's son, made his first small pot just the other day, and he was very excited to see this video. He's commenting of the video I put up. I will soon send you another pot as my attempts get better. Thank you for your inspirations in many facets of my life. End quote. Thank you, Jordan, because you've made me feel like I have made a difference in this world through what I've tried to do in a small way. And I appreciate you and your comments so very, very much. I look forward to meeting you at some point and to talking with you more. And again, I thank you. You have no idea what your comments, particularly here, meant to me today. God bless you and Noah, and you're in my prayers always. Again, all I can say is that, just one young man reaching out and appreciating the work that I tried to do, and knowing that it made a difference in his life, makes me feel like I've accomplished something. And again, thank you, my friend, and God bless you.